there are many lessons to be learned from the Mauritian experiment. But in fact, it should be easier in Africa, because what Mauritius has achieved has been done by a resource-poor country, which is remote from the world markets, which is not the case for many African countries. They have resources, they have raw materials that can be transformed, and they are nearer the world economic centers of gravity. It should be easier. But what has happened is that for over the years, Africa has been exporting raw materials, primary products, instead of transforming their products. Mauritius were none. We had to import raw materials, add value, and then export to very far away markets in Europe and United States. So we have proved the point that you can use resource that you have, and Africa has a tremendous wealth of resources, agricultural, minerals, fisheries, energy even, forestry, that can be transformed, add value using its local labor force, diversifying its economy, create jobs, because this is the main issue. Africa will need to create millions of jobs for the Africans that will be living in the African cities. More than 60% of Africans will be living in the big cities by 2030. So the issue is about creating jobs, and you cannot create jobs unless you industrialize. Agriculture and services won't do the job. They won't provide enough jobs for African youth. Capital should be able to flow, move in and out of the country. Investors need to have those facilities. And Mauritius is a trusted jurisdiction. Its financial sector, banking sector is strong, has proved its resilience over the years. They have other problems, but it's still strong, as a capacity to adapt to changing circumstances. And today, this is part of the strength of the economy of the island. They should move together. And I think this is the whole purpose of this Bank of Banks initiative, for which NCB is to be congratulated, because banks in Africa do not have all the time, although some of them are quite big or quite strong, all the expertise that are needed. Financial services are not everywhere in Africa, in spite of the progress which has been recorded by mobile banking. So NCB has the experience, the technological capabilities that can be of help to African bank. There is an African proverb which says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. And I think NCB and the African banks should go together, and they will go far.